Today's application problem for Module 6, Lesson 2 is on page 9. And today's is going to be a little different. Instead of the process we normally do, we're going to actually focus on some vocabulary words instead of me writing the whole problem, and then we'll solve it together today. So our first big vocabulary word, I'm going to draw a picture for each one because of my visual learning. Intersect. So think about what the word intersect means. Think about words that have intersect in it, like intersection. Take a second, think about it in your brain. It means to cross through. So these are intersecting lines. This is an intersecting line. Any lines that cross through each other are intersecting. Parallel, we should all know, are two lines that run even with each other and will therefore never cross or intersect. And finally, perpendicular is two intersecting lines that create right angles. So right here, you'd have a right angle making it perpendicular. It also is an intersection, right? So today, you're going to need to use that knowledge to add two more roads to the map. So imagine that we are here in Natomas, and just like Natomas is growing and growing and growing, other towns are. And as towns grow, sometimes more roads need to be put on the map and into place and built so that the people can still get around without too much traffic. So let's think. We're going to have to create two streets, one being Elm, and we'll do that one first, Elm Street and King Street. So let's start by reading those directions about Elm Street and talking it out. It says, Elm Street will intersect Lower Sheep Pasture Road. So in some way, Elm Street is going to cross this. It's going to cross through this area. So that means that our road is going to be built somewhere around here. And it's going to pass through Lower Sheep Pasture. It's going to run parallel to Main Street. So we know it has to cross Lower Sheep Pasture, and we know it has to be parallel to Main Street, so running along Main Street. So I know that I couldn't have my road, Elm Street's not going to be up here, because that would intersect Upper Sheep Road, which is different than the directions I gave. So it's going to have to cross somewhere in here and be straight, so parallel with Main Street. And then finally it says it needs to be perpendicular to Stony Brook Road. Perpendicular meaning a 90-degree angle needs to be formed with that intersection. So with that information, I'm able to know that I'm going to maybe start, let's just start here. I'm going to go through or intersect Lower Sheep Road. I'm going to be parallel to Main Street. And I'm going to be perpendicular to Stony Brook Road, meaning we have a 90-degree angle. So then I can go ahead and just label this Elm Street. The next one says King Street will be perpendicular, so again, making a 90-degree angle, to Main Street and begin, so this road starts somewhere, at the intersection of Upper Sheep Pasture Road and East Main Street. So this road has to start here, and it needs to be perpendicular, creating a 90-degree angle with Main Street. So the only space that could be is right here. King Street. Make sure you label both of your new roads because, again, if you don't have them labeled, you wouldn't get full credit on this.